I have a website that looks very boring. It is full of text, has very little graphical inputs, and I wanted to change that. So it's a website that is about tokenomics, and it's quite a dry subject. And just to put a kind of image here and there from whatever source is not that easy. And I wanted to add something that brings actually value to the person watching. And I thought the best solution would be an infographic. Let me show you how the website looks now before I implement the infographic. So you can see it's a lot of text. There is no much graphical interaction. And let's do that a bit nicer. And I want to go step by step through the process how I managed to generate an infographic that not only summarizes the content of the website, but is also in the style of the website, because this is the big challenge. So first step, I went to Gemini, and what I did, I fed it the logo of the website, the logo that you have here. And I asked the following: could you, from the image provided, give me a style reference, colors and fonts that I could use to generate a slideshow? This was my first idea, was to generate a slideshow, an animated one, but then I came up with the idea of infographics that I found even better. Gemini gave me a very nice style prompt, typography reference with everything that is necessary, and this would become my style prompt for generating the infographic. The next step would be to generate this said infographic, and for that I used another tool which is called NotebookLM. It's a free tool to use, as is Gemini. So I will show you the process there. So in NotebookLM, I gave it one single source, and the single source is actually the URL of my website. So I copied the URL and pasted it as a source. You can, for example, do that here, and here simply add links. So the link, I would put it here and add it as a source. And then the next step in the process would be to generate an infographic, and it's here the infographic. It's in beta, but it works quite well actually, and this is the result that I got, and I will tell you what prompt I used. This is the visual infographic that I will implement on the website later on. I used the prompt show how the project works, and then I pasted the whole style reference that I got from Gemini. So the result is looking nice. There are one or two typos within the whole infographic that are very difficult to spot, so I won't even change that. There is a 8 instead of a B in one place, but I really like the result. And what I find very interesting is that if you look at this infographic and you look at the website, the style matches, the colors go well together, the font are similar that are used, so I can actually use that within my website without having to change too many things. And now there is a second step that you could do, is to actually make this infographic animated, make it alive, make a movie out of it, or a GIF, so that you have something that lives on the website. And I will show you how to do that. So first of all, I needed a prompt for a transition, and for that I went to ChatGPT and I asked it for the following: I would like to have a prompt for an infographic reveal. The first frame is a blank page and the last frame is the finished infographic. Could you generate a prompt for an interesting particle-based transition for Kling 2.6? Kling 2.6 is a video model, and it was actually a mistake because Kling 2.6 doesn't have last frame, so I actually used it for Kling 2.5. So little detail, but ChatGPT provided a nice prompt, and I show you now how I implemented that in Kling 2.5. And the great thing is whenever I use a video model or an image model, I go to one same place, and this is OpenArt because everything is there. I have Kling, VO3, I have Sora 2, I have Halo, everything is available and I can choose from them, and I have just one subscription to pay. So in OpenArt, sorry, I made this. So I had a start frame, a blank page, and the end frame would be the infographic. And you can see it's Kling 2.5. And here I pasted the transition prompt that I got from ChatGPT. I put the duration 5 seconds and then created it. And this is the result that I got. It lasts 5 seconds, but the result is pretty nice. Of course, you can make it longer with an editor just to slow it down a little bit and play around and export it as an MP4 or a GIF and add it to the website. I think it would add a dramatic effect to this boring website that I have and make it appealing to the eye, because this is the first thing that people would actually look at. So that was my little tutorial. I hope you found it useful. Don't hesitate to ask questions in the comment sections. Please follow if you liked the content of this video, and also all the links of the tools that I've used are in the description. You can check them out there. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.